To a little segment that we're doing for the first time and probably the last time, because I don't like doing a little rollout packages, but I don't like to brand segments. I don't like to do it, but we're gonna do it for now. Life comes at you fast, folks. Here is Lou Dobbs. This was probably about a year ago, right? March 20th. And here it is, Lou Dobbs singing the praises of, and I remember the night this lunatic was appointed to the Trump administration. In fact, I was on Ari Melber's show, and they had some Republican, another one of these never-Trumpers coming on. Well, at least John Bolton is, he's a mainstream Republican foreign policy guy. No one apparently knew that even a Republican Senate would not confirm this guy during the Bush years. And he had to get appointed in a recess appointment by George Bush to the UN. But here was John Bolton, Lou Dobbs, super psyched about John Bolton in March of last year.
Top story tonight, the newest Trump administration shakeup. National Security Advisor General H.R. McMaster is leaving the White House. The president announced on Twitter, quote, "I am pleased to announce that effective April 9th, Ambassador John Bolton will be my new National Security Advisor. I'm very thankful for the service of General H.R. McMaster, who's done an outstanding job and will always remain my friend." There will be an official contact handover on April 9. Our first guest tonight was Ambassador Bolton's chief of staff during his time as ambassador to the United Nations. Fred Fleitz joins us tonight. Fred, good to have you with us.
Good to be here, Lou.
This is a friend of mine put it, a great day for the America and as well for the president.
It is a great day. John Bolton is a friend. I supported him as an intelligence officer on 2 occasions. I was actually his chief of staff when he was Undersecretary of State for Arms Control.
Yeah, there you go. And I mean, it's a great day for the America. But, of course, those great days, sometimes they end.
And super PACs, by the way, we should point out, have more than $2 million in cash on hand. His major donors are Romney supporters and, well, many of them never Trumpers. The top 3 donors, Robert Mercer, Richard Uihlein, Warren Stevens, spent millions supporting Romney in 2012.
Pause it. We should tell you that Robert Mercer spent millions of dollars to get Donald Trump elected. In fact, he and his sister spent like the first year. It was almost like they lived at the White House until Bannon left. But apparently now Lou Dobbs is digging into who's giving money to John Bolton's super PAC. Interesting.
Robert Mercer, Richard Uihlein, Warren Stevens spent millions supporting Romney in 2012 and opposing Trump in 2016. See how it works? You bet. Not so complicated, is it? John Bolton himself has been reduced to a tool for the radical Dems and the deep state with his allegation that the president once told him that the aid to the Ukraine was entirely dependent on whether or not Mr. Zelensky carried out investigations of his political opponents. Bolton's book agency, Javelin, has published books by disgruntled current and former government officials such as, former fired FBI Director James Comey, the anonymous Trump administration official who wrote the book A Warning, and Cliff Sims, a former White House staffer who the president said broke a non-disclosure agreement to write a book bashing the White House. Do you see the pattern here with Mr. Bolton? And Javelin partners bragged to the New York Times about their approach. Quote, "We've met with or talked to probably every major official you would know who has departed or is thinking of departing the Trump White House."
Wow. Where was doesn't he have a straight line to also to Mitt Romney? Doesn't he have a graph? Do we have any more of that? There it is, Mitt Romney. John Bolton. It's all he's got allegations. You know what I love about Lou Dobbs is his very light touch on his little sarcastic thing where he's like,
It's
allegations.
He uses sarcasm to get over when he misspeaks. Weirdly, he's like, "I'm being sarcastic right now. I'm not slurring my speech."
Exactly. But there you have it. It's very, very simple. Incidentally, Mercer corrected. Bolton was appointed in 2018. So, it has been a year and a half to deal with that. Mercer gave Trump $15 million. And here's Romney's ties to Bolton. It's sort of weird as to why you have all these other like why this has to be such a diagram. Like Romney goes directly to Bolton. It's at there's who doesn't? Oh,
there's not a line.
There's
between
no
them.
tie between the brothers, which is the most mysterious thing of all.
oh, that's right. That's weird. The brothers are not connected at all.
Suspicious, don't you think?
And where's Robert O'Brien? That's not the guy he had on his show a year ago, was it?
It's like one of those hookup maps you pass around at middle school.
Sort of, except for shouldn't Romney Romney's ties to Bolton are just direct. What's the other three people in there doing?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I mean, they want to use those two pictures of the Vindmans, obviously.
Incidentally, those are the only three other people that John Bolton knows. That's why. They do the direct tie to Romney, and then Bolton just knows three other guys. And we might as well throw them all in there. We can collect the whole thing.
Where are the radical Dems on that map?
You mean the radical Dims?
It seems like a bit of a leap.
That's true.
Yes, indeed.
Where are the radical Dems? How does he connect to them? It's very strange. Yeah, they were nowhere. We better do another hour-long report on this. So now it's being reported. Look, the Republicans, well, I'll talk about this later in the program, but the long and short of it is the Republicans are desperate to figure out how they're going to get out of this jam. They can offer this one-for-one deal, but the weird thing about it, and Chuck Schumer's doing a bad job communicating this, they don't need to make a one-for-one deal. If they want to call the Bidens, they can call the Bidens. All they need is 51 votes. They have the votes to do it. They can call whoever they want. The issue isn't whether they can call the Bidens. Chuck Schumer should be up there like, we're not in a position to accept or deny a deal like that because you guys are the ones making the votes. We're just asking, will you call John Bolton? Why won't you call John Bolton? And I thought the way they would end up doing it would be to do like a secret meeting with John Bolton. But the problem with that is that people come out of there and they start talking about it. So I think supposedly what they're going to do now is people are going to have access, secret access to the manuscript. That's what they're going to try and push, I think. And that way there can be no more revelations that come out. I've looked at the manuscript and it doesn't say what the New York Times said it said. And then other people are going to come out and says it does say that, but we weren't allowed to write down anything. We weren't allowed to take any pictures of it. And then it just comes out. Now it's like, we don't really know. When the manuscript comes out, maybe they'll sue to keep the manuscript from coming out or something. Still evidence. Who knows? But they are worried about it. We will talk more about that as we go. Folks,